Whoa, 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 whoa. Happy Monday. You know how to record the best song ever? Just title it Best Song Ever. And all of a sudden, that's what everybody will be saying. Man, that's the best song ever. That's a little One Direction hit for you. Hope everybody's doing really well this Monday morning. Happy Monday, April the 19th. I got some news for you today. I got a leadership lesson for you. It's another great week at Allen J. Prep. There's a lot of things going on, guys, so thanks for leaning in for a few minutes this morning. And let me just share with you, hey, we've had a couple of changes to morning arrival. As you came in the building this morning, you recall that there were no additional temperature screenings or attestation forms that were required. That's good news. That means we're moving in the right direction. That means we're getting healthier and healthier and safer, and we're getting closer to being back to normal. So that's good stuff. So you no longer have to have your green check. You no longer have to turn in your attestation form. We will no longer screen for your temperature. We do continue to ask, though, that if any day you do not feel well or think you might have any symptoms, that you stay home and jump on the remote schedule, okay? Hey, I want to remind all of our scholars about SMOD, our Standard Mode of Dress program. We are a uniform school. I know sometimes scholars are like, oh, man, SMOD. But let me tell you something about Standard Mode of Dress. It makes it really easy to know what you're going to wear to school every day. It brings structure to our program, and it's something that really helps us to stand out and to be different as an academy. So Monday through Thursday, all of our scholars should be in Standard Mode of Dress. It's like a collared shirt, or it can be a crew neck shirt. The top colors are black and gray and blue and white, but your outer garment needs to be that. So I've seen a lot of kids like wearing random hoodies in class and things that are not SMOD. So I'm asking staff and scholars just to really focus on that this week and be sure that we are in standard mode Monday through Thursday. When you enter a building, you're going to take your hat off. You got a do-rag, you got a bandana, any of that stuff's going to come off. That's just part of our standard mode of dress. It's part of the structure that we provide here, okay? And then on Fridays, it is a Pride Day. It's an Allen J. Prep Swag Day, and that's where you're wearing like some Allen J. gear. I've given all of you t-shirts and pullovers and those kinds of things, and you can wear those. It's not wear your random Nickelodeon t-shirt day, all right? It's an Allen J. Prep Day, so if you're not going to dress in that mode, then just wear SMOD on Fridays, and it is like appropriate jeans or joggers or shorts. So that's how we're rolling. Hope you guys will all help us out by working with us on that, and thanks to our staff members, they're going to make some adjustments there as well. Hey, guys, we have 23 days until testing begins. And testing is a really big thing because it's going to have an impact on how our scholars move forward or if they need to participate in summer learning opportunities. So we only 23 days remaining. I need you to be focused. I need you to finish the race strong. I need staff here. I need everybody focusing and working hard for the next 23 days, okay? And I did mention some summer learning opportunities. I'll talk to you more and more about that, but we are going to run a summer program here at Allen J. Prep and all across the county. Summer programs are going to be going. There's also going to be some opportunities for some online classes for math, getting ready for math for the next course. So you'll hear more about that, but best thing you can do right now is be focused on the next 23 days. Give it your absolute best in the classroom, and let's just have a fantastic close to the year. Hey guys, last week I told you the story of Redmond. We've been talking about the superhero theme all the way back since August, and superheroes show up when there's obstacles or when there's challenges, and they just really excel. And so we started by talking about all the, the characters that you are well versed with that are in all the movies and comics, but we've moved to individuals, and last week Redmond was the story. He's a British athlete, a runner, and he tore his hamstring in the 92 Olympics, went down in lane 5 of the dash, the 200-meter dash, and 400-meter dash, and basically he was done, man. Like he was not going to be able to finish, but he stands up and he finishes that race even though he came in dead last. His dad was there. He put his arm around his neck. It was a great inspirational moment, and like I told you last week, nobody knows who won that 400-meter dash. You can't tell me without Googling it, and neither can I, and I'll watch the race. But everybody knows Redmond's name because of his courageous finish. So that's what superheroes do, man. They show up whenever there are obstacles, and when those obstacles may just seem insurmountable, they show up. They find a way to save the day. They wipe out the antagonist. That's a good ELA term. The antagonist is normally like the arch rival or the enemy. They serve people by providing safety and security. So superheroes make it happen for others, and that is the leadership theme for this week. Make it happen for others. So I'm going to reflect for a few minutes, and I'm going to tell you some stories, some of which you will be you'll be aware of because maybe you lived these moments with me, but many of them you have not, especially for our 5th and 6th grade scholars. So Let me tell you a little bit about some of our Alan J. heroes. We've got some superheroes in the building, and these are staff members that just go above and beyond to make it happen for others, all right? Check out this cool cat right here, man. You recognize that gentleman. That's Mr. Klein. We were decked out on the first day of school. We've got this long-standing tradition of making the first day of school the best day of school ever, and our teachers go all out for others, right? They put on costumes. They do performances while in character. They do all kinds of things. So you can see Mr. Hammond right here. Now this dude right here, this kid's name is Jacob. He's gone now. He's like in 9th or 10th grade. But this is Jacob's like first moment getting off the school bus on the first day of school. He's never been to Allen J before. And the first thing that greets him is a 6'4" dude wearing a wig, bell bottoms, and a sequin blouse. That guy is Mr. Hammond. He goes all out for others. See, that's what our leaders do, right? They go all out for others. And we'll tell you some more about some of our teachers and how they go all out. But let's look at a couple of other those days. We've also had a campaign. It was a Back to the Basics campaign. It was one of the best first days of school ever, and we were in military gear. You can see all of our camo gear. Mr. Will got on the bus as kids showed up, told them, what to expect as they went into basic training. You see Miss Ackerman there. Mr. Edmondson had kids on the rock wall. Mr. Nissen greeting everybody as they came down the sidewalk there. We took all of our kids off campus that day and did an activity, and that was all for others, right? Like our teachers, our staff, they did all that for others. We also had another day we were challenging everybody to think like a pirate, and we were going to teach like pirates, and we were going to be sure that kids got everything they needed for a particular week. So let's see if we can get this picture to load here. There's Mr. Morgan. He was watching and manning all the inflatables that were out there as kids got off the bus. Coach Barker, man, one-eyed Barker there. You see Mr. Moore and Mr. Klein, Mr. Myers bringing it. There's Hammond again. Everybody was in their pirate gear, and they did it for others, right? They didn't do it for themselves. They didn't just get up and dress like a pirate because they thought, it'd be fun to be a pirate today. Hey. No, they did it for the kids, for others. And that's really what leaders do. I thought that was just a great opportunity to reflect on that. So you see Mr. Nissen here. He was really participating in a is that Bakelwa? I think that's Bakelwa. What's up, man? He's an 8th grader with us now. So you see Mr. Nissen here providing an opportunity for kids to really engage and to just see what life could be like if you got a pirate for a teacher. And that's what leaders do, man. They are willing to risk anything. They will risk humiliation. They will risk rejection just to do what is right and to be sure that others have what they need. And that's what I love about our staff, man. They go all out and they do it for others. So we are committed to building leaders. We're committed to building academic scholars, and we'll do whatever it takes to connect, to engage, and to support our scholars. That was a great first day of school. Here's another really good first day of school. This was several years back before any of you guys were actually with us. Load for me. There it is. All right, so we had a rock star day as the first day of school, man. Had the red carpet. All of our scholars came in through this archway of balloons. All of our staff members were dressed and ready to perform. You see Mr. Holland and Miss Arnold down there, Miss Barham checking scholars in. People were in like animal masks. It was a wild day, and they did it specifically for others. Let me tell you who brought it that day. Miss Nelson brought it that day. Look at her on stage with that red boa. Look at Mr. O'Neill in the far right-hand corner there, man. He was bringing it on stage as well. That's my man, Brother Jarman, right there. And I got to tell you, Mr. Moore, Mr. Will, he brought it that day as well. He was on stage, mic in hand. I think it was a Hit the Quan presentation. I mean, they were killing it from Nike House. And you know why they did that? They did it for others. That's what leaders do, man. They put forth all this work and effort for others. We had this great archway balloon entrance that all of our scholars walked through as they came in the building. That's my friend, Mr. Paula. He dressed up like a security guard that day, like they were getting backstage access. I mean, all this was for kids. It was just a great day. We had another day. It was the best first day of school ever. It was called Game On Day. And everybody was in a football uniform, and we had this photo booth, and everybody was taking pictures. Oh, I see Reese right there. There's Tess, Emily. Check them out. I see some scholars in these pictures here. Man, what a great first day that was. And all that was done for others. I know I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but I was just thinking about that and thinking about that leadership theme of making it happen for others. And then I hope all of you guys remember this one. This was last school year. Our theme was Expedition Excellence. It was all about challenging you to seek excellence and to understand that leadership is a journey. And you can see our scholars getting off the bus that day. We had one of our teachers coordinate a Jeep club to be on campus. There were like 15 Jeeps in the bus lot. We had games outside. Jeremiah's winning a game of Foursquare right there. Even Daniel's got a little smile on his face taking a selfie there with Mr. V. It was a great first day, and it was all about making something happen for others. And then one of my favorite days at Allen J was the Rock Your School Day. This is where teachers really go all out, man, with costumes. They flip classrooms. They build all kinds of sets throughout the hallway. Our current sixth graders, do you remember being in the cafeteria and seeing this character like lighting up behind the glass wall there? Yeah, they had an alien invasion in 5th grade last year, so our 6th graders will remember that. They had a UFO that had crashed and burned in the front yard. You had Mr. Teal there. Adam's doing an interview with one of the GCS videographers, and Mr. Myers and his team did a 7th grade throwback, or excuse me, a 7th grade team did a 90s throwback, and so they're doing tie-dye shirts that day. There's Mr. Nissen in full military gear. I mean, it was all for others. It was this huge flipped day. We had an awesome theme that day, right? There's Mr. Will as Tin Man. I see this young lady right here. She runs and handles all the money at our school, man, dressed like the bad witch from the Wizard of Oz. You see Miss Arnold's dressed up. Mr. Holland's rocking a beard. Why is he rocking a beard? For you, that's why. But what a great day, man. There's some current 8th graders dancing in the hallway there. But all these things were done primarily so that you guys could engage in school at a very high level. And that's really what leadership is, man. It's about what can you do to help others, help them engage. So that's really the question and the challenge that I have for you today in thinking about our leadership theme for the week is what can you do to make it happen for others? And I love the way that our staff is committed to that. Just want to remind our staff, it's been a crazy year. It's been a year where we've had lots of remote learning. You've been working from home. Now you've returned to school. We got some kids in the building, some that are still remote. But I want to remind you, this is who we are. This is who Allen J. Prep is, right? We're willing to do all these things, whether it's show up in costume or record videos or dance with kids, humiliate us, whatever it is. We do it, man, because we believe that it helps kids to learn and succeed. And we've had a great track record of showing that our young people have been very successful. So this is who we are. Our staff is committed to making sure that each one of you guys have every opportunity to grow as a leader and also as an academic scholar. And we're challenging you. I'm challenging you this week to think, what can you do to make good things happen for others? You know, what opportunities do you have to do things that can help others to be more successful? And I want you to think about that this week because ultimately, leadership is about having a positive impact on the people that are around you, okay? All right. In a moment, I'm going to share with you the Rock Your School Day video from 2019. It's an awesome presentation of all the great things that went on that day. So teachers, I hope you'll take a couple of minutes and let the video roll here at the end of the lesson. But I also want to share with you the house points from last week. We have completed one of the weeks in the 4th quarter, and now we are pushing our way through the last 23 days of instruction before testing begins. So let's see how we did last week. It was a really close competition, but I got to give it up to Hegemon House, 4,244 house points. Everybody was pretty close. Sabio was a little off last week. You might want to ask yourself, Sabio scholars, what can I do to earn some more points this week? And this is our mystery character. This young man was on stage with me that best first day of school ever, had a megaphone in one hand, was rocking out on stage. Do you know who that is? I know who that is. That's Mr. Nissen. Love it, man. That was a great picture that I pulled from the archive. All right, guys, a couple of things before we close out. We always share Leader's Creed. I was thinking about this lesson and how it connects with our creed. And part of what we believe at Allen J. Prep is in our motto and embedded in our creed. It says basically we're focused on integrity first. That's being truthful, honest, and hardworking at all times. Service above self, which connects to this lesson. What can I do for others? And third, excellence in all I do. I hope you'll take an opportunity to review the creed and look forward to getting back to Rally when everybody can stand and hear that creed presented. The other thing we do in Rally before we dismiss is we offer an opportunity to pay honor to our country and to our flag and to show respect for our nation. We live in a great nation, one that has many challenges, But the flag, the anthem, the unity that those provide has one of the greatest opportunities to continue to pull us all together despite all of our differences. So I encourage you to stand with me today. I'm going to lead us in the pledge this morning. Again, if you choose not to stand, that's your personal decision. However, you cannot be disruptive during the pledge, but I encourage you. I think it's a great thing. I think it's a good thing that pulls us all together, both as scholars and as U.S. citizens. So I encourage you to stand with me today. Let's pay honor to our country through the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. That's awesome. I was at my daughter's softball game last Friday night, and both teams were lined up on the side of the field as they played the national anthem. It was a really beautiful thing. Felt very American. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to share with you the video. I hope you take a few minutes to watch it. This is what Alan J. Prep's all about. Have a great week.